Namaste, it's Michelle Skaletski-Boyd, intuitive medium and hypnotherapist, and I'm here to talk to you about vulnerability. So sometimes as empaths, we are so good at seeing other people's perspectives. In fact, we know what it's like to leave our space and to feel what they feel. We're very good at it. Oftentimes because we had a childhood where we were in danger a lot. And so we had to leave our space to get a feel for where that other person was at, to make sure we were okay. If they're okay, we're okay. What happens is when it comes to vulnerability, then we might start to share certain things with certain people and forget to boundary up. See, we're so used to leaving our home base to go and check on other people that we forget that in order to cross the bridge to connect with other people, we have to first make sure that when we're opening up our heart, that we're not guarding it per se, but at least we have one guard up, right? We're not leaving ourselves so exposed that if we open up to the wrong person, or if circumstances change, or if some portal of energy between you and the other person happens to be triggered and both of you are recalling something from another lifetime, and now all of a sudden you're both on edge or in defense mode, leaving yourself open for a bleeding heart, a heart that gets shattered and wounded and full of betrayal energies. So vulnerability is good. It means that you're around people and you trust the people that you're with. You're intimate, right? Intimacy. Into me, I see. So that intimacy piece, opening up, being vulnerable, knowing that you're amongst friends, that it's safe to open up. This happened to me recently. I was with a group of girlfriends and I was feeling very comfortable and also very close, and I felt like I could open up and share some of the experiences that I've had in the past where I have let all of my guard down. I was what I thought was in a vulnerable position. Now, this is why people who are empaths don't like the word vulnerable sometimes, because vulnerable feels like we are going to be hurt. So I want to share something that Brene Brown said about vulnerability. Vulnerability minus boundaries is not vulnerability. So what we feel as vulnerability feels scary because our body knows somatically that we're not at all protected. We have to protect ourselves enough, knowing A, that the group of people that we're with are safe enough to open up to. B, if there's any doubt in our mind, there's been some red flags, that we're going to keep it to ourselves, or if we do share, we're going to be really boundaried up when it comes to our heart chakra, when it comes to exposing ourselves. Vulnerability is about being honest. And there's nothing wrong with you being honest, being yourself, opening up about your feelings. It's so much better than being guarded. People can tell when you're being authentic. But what's difficult is when you leave yourself so exposed. When you leave yourself so unguarded, then you're setting yourself up for getting hurt. And that's why vulnerability feels scary. Because if you're an empath and you've attempted vulnerability in the past and you've gotten hurt, it really wasn't vulnerability. It was you leaving your safe space, opening up your heart to someone else, not leaving yourself protected. And that's why you got hurt. It had nothing to do with being vulnerable and the fact that you were authentic, you were being honest, and you were telling your truth. So here I am walking now, and I'm going to take you on a little bit of a guided meditation to help you through some of this. So wherever you are, hopefully you're not driving because that's not going to work, or operating heavy machinery, but close your eyes. Connect with your feet. And as you're walking in a nice, safe, open space, or seated or lying somewhere comfortably, I'd like for you to notice your circle of friends. Most times, empaths are very good at what I call chameleoning themselves. They can get along with just about everybody. They can become whoever that other person needs them to be. They're good at having conversations with people. They're excellent when it comes to relating. And they can fit in to their environment, and at the same time, they don't really feel like they're included. They're a little bit on the outside. So this might be your childhood. And you grow up and you start to make friends, and you start to find groups of people that do let you in. And then what happens is you start to open up. You become what you thought was vulnerable, only to be hurt, only to be betrayed, only to be lied to or manipulated in some way, taken advantage of, let's say. And so you begin to take on this belief that you don't have friends, or people can't be trusted, or you're a loner. Whatever that is, the feeling is similar. I want you to notice your own story and just sit with it as I move into a silent interlude. Really tap into that feeling and notice where it is in your body. As you're feeling that, what usually feels like a clench, a tightness, a grip, I want you just to say hello to it. No judgment. Just breathe into it. Notice if it has a color or a certain vibration or sensation. The goal isn't to change this at all. It's to send gratitude to it. For you see, this is the part that was exposed. This was the energy inside of you that was not protected. This is the area that the brain interpreted as vulnerability, when in fact it was authenticity. It was you feeling comfortable enough to open up, yet not putting up any kind of a shield of protection around this particular place right now that feels the way it does. So sending gratitude to this energy. Sending gratitude for its willingness to put itself out there, for its willingness to exude authenticity. Maybe, if it feels good, consider sending some apology for not keeping it protected. Whether it's a bleeding heart or a punch in the gut or something else. Just send some gratitude for its willingness to put itself out there, to put everything on the line in order to help you get close to other people, in order to help you take others into your inner circle, to help you feel included, to help you feel seen and heard, understood. And know that this energy is still very willing to do that. In fact, this is the place within you that is meant to do that. And now that you're connected with it, I'd like for you to ask it what it needs from you so that it can feel shielded and protected and intuitively clear and grounded and safe when it comes to vulnerability in the future. As I move into silent interlude once again, just notice what it has to say around your inner circle, around whether or not there were any red flags that might have been placed on your path that you ignored, whether or not you put down your guards so much that you were willing energetically to have your heart broken, to have dreams shattered, to have the gut experience that blow. Whatever it is that's coming up for you, this is a sign and a message. It's an intuitive expression, a direction, a learning, if you will, so you know how to be vulnerable rather than exposed. To give your nervous system, your cells, your psyche, the knowingness that it's safe to put yourself out there. It's safe to bring others into your inner circle, to share certain aspects and stories of your life when these other things are done first. Whatever that is, the shielding, the protecting, the following intuition, the receiving only green flags. And let's lock that in now, in mind and body and spirit. Locking in those intentions, that knowingness. And so it is. Speak your truth. See your truth. Know your truth. Understand your truth. That's vulnerability, and that's okay. Just remember to stay protected, making sure that you open up to the right circle. ETE means enjoy the experience. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.